Go back to the unemployment figures released a short while ago. The unemployment rate hit a record high in the second quarter at 34.4%. Let's get more with SABC News acting editor Tshepo Mongoai in Pretoria. Very good afternoon to you, Tshepo. What else do we know?
Good afternoon, Zinga. Yes, another record high in the country's unemployment rate. I must say it's starting to sound like a broken record. For the past 10 years, the main drivers of unemployment in the country have been pretty much the same, seeing that youth leading the pack there with another record high of unemployment rate. We've seen that there are a whole lot of sectors that have also been battling in order to create jobs. I must say the likes of construction have actually helped to ensure that it really keeps things above water. I'm now joined by the Statistician General to tell us more about this not looking good picture, I must say, in terms of our jobless rate in the country.
Greetings to the viewers. I must say, Tshepo says I must talk about the situation that doesn't look good. For the Statistician General, every situation must be reported, whether it looks good or doesn't look good. But let us get straight to the numbers. We have seen from the first quarter a movement of a larger chunk of people coming out of the other not economically active. That is about 571,000 people going to actively look for employment. And those have pushed the number of unemployed to about 584,000, more than where they were. So in the first quarter, we had 7.2 million, and then now we are sitting at 7.8 million people who are unemployed. That is what accounts for the 34.4%. But when we take this 7.8 million people and put together with the 3.3 million discouraged work seekers, plus another 800,000 more who didn't look for employment for other reasons other than being discouraged, we come to about 11.9%, which gives us an expanded unemployment rate of 44.4%. And that creates a 10 percentage point gap between the official and the expanded unemployment rates.
What was the impact of these lockdown restrictions that we've seen, especially on the sectors that have continued to shed jobs?
Firstly, is finance has stayed resilient even during times or difficult times from the alert level level 5. When we look at the first quarter of 2020 to the first quarter of 2021, finance is the only sector that was able to save jobs. But we should understand that continued levels of lockdown have created a difficulty for the finance sector. And the finance sector is not only the banking sector, but we also look at areas where lawyers operate from. And then we look at consultants, we look at real estate, and some of these sectors haven't been performing very well. And as such, finance has taken a knock this time. So is manufacturing. So is community and social services, which includes government. And sectors that have tried are sectors like construction. And construction has been depressed for quite some time, but this time it tried. But construction and other sectors like trade could not offset the growing unemployment numbers, and of course leading to the 34.4% as an unemployment rate, which is the highest since 2008. But let me mention that unemployment has been steadily rising. About 10 years ago, it was sitting at about 25%, which gives it about 10 percentage points from where it was about a decade ago.
We've seen the expanded definition of unemployment also continue to increase as more people who are actually discouraged workers also increasing by about 3.3 million.
What we are seeing is that the discouraged work seekers were 3.1 million people in the first quarter. They increased by about 186,000 people to 3.3 million. But when we look at the provinces, the Eastern Cape provinces has the highest unemployment rate official, meaning that you have more people in the Eastern Cape who are actively looking for employment. Whereas we have two provinces that have entered your 50% mark in the form of the Northern Cape and Limpopo, which generally rural provinces have had a higher expanded unemployment rate. So the gap between the official and the expanded is a lot more larger in rural provinces because people are far away from places of work and they run short of resources to travel from place to place looking for employment.
Radler, let me thank you for your time, Statistician General, breaking down those numbers of unemployment in South Africa, seeing that Eastern Cape has got the highest number of unemployment, with the Western Cape being the lowest in unemployment rate in the country. I hand it over to you, Risenga Studio.